Have you ever pondered, dear friends, why as the years accumulate like fallen leaves in autumn, the relentless pressure to maintain a sprawling social calendar and a vast network of acquaintances seems to gently, almost imperceptibly fade away? What if I were to share with you a profound truth, a comforting notion, that the most deeply satisfying chapter of our lives, this golden age we approach, could actually lie in discovering a profound tranquility within our own being? Imagine, if you were releasing the heavy burden of societal expectations, those invisible threads that once tugged at our sleeves, and instead redefining with a clear and insightful gaze what truly ignites the spark of happiness within your heart. In this enlightening journey we are about to embark on, we will delve into the heart of this transformative experience, exploring the compelling reasons why a monumental circle of companions is not the essential ingredient for a life brimming with meaning and overflowing with joy in your cherished golden years. I intend to illuminate with practical examples and heartfelt insights how this very stage of life can blossom into a period of profound self-discovery, where the timeless wisdom of quality over quantity becomes the unwavering compass guiding us toward authentic and deeply fulfilling connections. Together, we will unpack the liberating shift in priorities, that subtle yet powerful reevaluation of what truly holds significance as the years gracefully unfold. We will explore whether relationships we hold most dear, whether they are the unbreakable bonds of family, the serene embrace of nature, or even the quiet understanding we cultivate within ourselves, become treasures of immeasurable value, far surpassing the fleeting allure of superficial social ties. By investing your precious time to journey with me until the very end of this exploration, you will unlock the secrets to embracing solitude, not as a lonely exile, but as a potent source of inner strength and unwavering resilience. You will come to cherish the profound wisdom that is gently bestowed upon us with the passage of time, and you will understand with unshakable conviction that your inherent worth, your intrinsic value as a human being, is never ever measured by the sheer number of names you can list in your contacts. This video, my friends, is crafted with the sincere intention of inspiring you to reflect deeply on the more profound, the more nourishing connections that have the power to infuse your life with true peace, a quiet sense of purpose, and an abiding joy. So if you find yourself ready, truly ready to redefine what it means to live fully, to embrace authenticity in its purest form, then please stay with me. You won't want to miss the insights. I am eager to share insights that will empower you to thrive in your later years, adorned with the grace of wisdom, the warmth of joy, and the unwavering strength of self-reliance. If you haven't yet joined our growing community, I warmly invite you to subscribe and gently tap that notification bell, ensuring you never miss another video designed to illuminate your path. Your kind support means the world to me, fueling my passion to create and share these valuable lessons. And if this video resonates with you, if its message touches your heart, please consider lending me a hand by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with others who might also find solace and inspiration in its message. If the topic we are about to explore strikes a chord within you, if it sparks a flicker of recognition, please take a moment to leave a comment with the number 1. Conversely, if the topic doesn't quite resonate, or if you have suggestions on how I can improve and create even better videos tailored to your needs, please feel free to comment with the number 0. Your honest feedback is invaluable, guiding me as I strive to create content that truly serves you. Now, with open hearts and curious minds, let us begin on understanding the shift in priorities as life advances. As life gracefully advances, as the years gently unfold, like the petals of a blooming flower, a profound and often unspoken transformation quietly takes place in the twilight of our lives. There's a subtle yet significant shift in the very core of what we truly value, what resonates deeply within the chambers of our hearts, and what ultimately brings us that elusive yet deeply desired genuine peace. When we are younger, in the springtime of our lives, friendships tend to shape a significant portion of our identities. They stand as a cornerstone of our existence, providing a comforting sense of belonging, a reliable network of support, and a vibrant source of shared joy and unforgettable experiences. Friendships in those formative years often serve as invaluable mirrors, reflecting back to us our lives, our choices, and even our struggles. We willingly invest our precious time and boundless energy in these connections because at that particular stage, they form a vital and integral part of our daily existence. However, as the years gracefully pass as we mature, gaining both age and wisdom with each passing season, the landscape of our lives begins to subtly yet undeniably change. We start to notice a quiet, almost imperceptible shift in our priorities, a reevaluation of what truly holds weight and significance. The things that once seemed incredibly urgent, absolutely necessary, maintaining sprawling social circles, diligently keeping up appearances, or even the pervasive need to fit in to be accepted, begin to gradually lose their magnetic appeal. The simple truth, my friends, is that the ingrained need to constantly please others, to meticulously keep pace with the ever-shifting sands of societal expectations, slowly surely starts to fade away. And what remains in its place is a profound sense of clarity, an unvarnished perspective that only the gentle hand of time, the accumulation of years, can truly bestow. It is not, please understand, that we suddenly become selfish, turning our backs on the world around us, or emotionally detached from the vibrant tapestry of human connection. Rather, it is a dawning realization, a quiet understanding that the most meaningful connections, the ones that truly nourish our souls, are often not the ones we desperately force or diligently maintain out of a sense of obligation. Instead, we find ourselves increasingly seeking solace in our own cherished company, in those quiet, reflective moments that allow us to simply be, to breathe, to contemplate. There is a profound and often overlooked beauty in solitude, a richness that many of us in our younger, more outwardly focused years often fail to fully recognize. We are so often caught in the whirlwind of seeking external validation, the constant hum of needing to be seen and approved by others. But as we age, as we gather the wisdom of countless experiences, we begin to truly feel deep within our being the profound richness that solitude can offer. It is a deeper, more intimate connection to our own selves, a precious time to truly understand the intricate workings of our inner landscape, to thoughtfully reflect on the diverse paths we have already walked, and to genuinely appreciate the simple everyday joys that once may have seemed almost insignificant in the bustling rhythm of our younger lives. In this particular stage of life, the undeniable realization that our time and our precious energy are indeed finite resources becomes all the more apparent, all the more keenly felt. The friendships that once so powerfully defined us, that once seemed like unbreakable pillars of our existence, may no longer hold the same profound meaning or unwavering importance. Please understand, my dear friends, that this is not a tragic loss, not a cause for sorrow, but rather a natural and beautiful transformation, a gentle evolution in which we gradually discover that our inner world has grown richer, fuller, and we are no longer as dependent on the constant affirmation and external validation of others to define our happiness, to validate our existence. The persistent need for constant validation from the outside world, that relentless seeking of approval, gradually dissipates like morning mist under the warm rays of the sun. Having lived through decades of both exhilarating joy and profound pain, triumphant victories and heartbreaking losses, we no longer feel the same burning need to constantly prove our worth, our capabilities, our very being to anyone else. This profound shift also brings with it a new and deeply felt level of appreciation for the relationships that truly matter, the ones that have bravely stood the relentless test of time, the unbreakable bonds that are built upon the solid foundations of unwavering love, mutual trust, and genuine respect. In the later years of life, the profound connection with family often becomes paramount, a comforting anchor in the ever-changing seas of life. The infectious laughter of a grandchild, the comforting warmth of a spouse's gentle touch, or the reassuring and loving words of a grown child can fill our hearts in ways that more casual, fleeting friendships simply cannot replicate. These precious moments of deep intimacy are profound. They transcend the fleeting and often superficial nature of purely social connections. Instead, they anchor us, providing a deep and abiding sense of peace, a quiet fulfillment, and a comforting sense of continuity, the unbroken thread of life that connects generations. Reflecting thoughtfully on the friendships of the past, we come to deeply appreciate the cherished memories they hold within their delicate embrace. Some friendships, like sturdy oak trees, have weathered every storm, lasting a lifetime, becoming an inseparable part of our personal history. Others, like delicate blossoms, may have gracefully faded perhaps for reasons we no longer even clearly remember. But rather than allowing ourselves to be consumed by sorrow or lingering regret, there is a deep and abiding sense of gratitude for the invaluable lessons learned, the shared laughter, and the pure joy those friendships brought into our lives during their season. The various chapters of our lives have been beautifully written, each page filled with the presence of people who were once incredibly significant, who played a vital role in shaping who we are. And now, as we turn the pages toward the final chapters, we can carry those cherished memories within us, like precious jewels, without the heavy burden of feeling the constant need to write anymore, to perpetually add new names and new social obligations to our already rich and textured narrative. The relationships that no longer truly serve us, that no longer nourish our souls, are gently released, not with bitterness or resentment, but with a quiet sense of acceptance and understanding. We come to realize that they were indeed a valuable part of our journey, contributing to our growth and understanding, but they are no longer essential for our continued evolution, for the unfolding of our truest selves. Please understand, my dear friends, that this is not a renouncement of the profound beauty and importance of human connection. Instead, it is a powerful reclamation of true connection, a deeper understanding of what it truly means to connect authentically. It is the precious ability to find profound joy in the smallest, most unassuming of moments. Those quiet moments where we don't feel the incessant need for anyone else to validate our existence, to affirm our worth. In this later, more reflective chapter of life, we gradually discover that our happiness is not defined by the sheer number of people we know or by how frequently we find ourselves bathed in the fleeting spotlight of social gatherings. Instead, our true and lasting happiness is deeply rooted in the inner peace we have diligently cultivated within ourselves, the invaluable knowledge we have painstakingly gained over the years, and the unconditional love we continue to both give and receive in ways that resonate deeply with the very core of our being, with the quiet wisdom of our soul. As the years gracefully pass, we come to a profound understanding that the most precious and enduring relationships are often those that do not demand constant effort, relentless maintenance, but are instead gently nourished by shared silence, mutual respect that runs deeper than words, and a profound unspoken understanding that transcends the need for constant explanation. And perhaps most importantly of all, we come to realize that the most significant and enduring friendship we can ever cultivate, the one that will sustain us through every season of life, is the one we nurture with ourselves. A relationship built on unwavering self-acceptance, gentle self-compassion, and a quiet, unshakable confidence that in our truest essence, we are enough just as we are in this very moment. This, my dear friends, is the true and often overlooked beauty of growing older, the liberating freedom to thoughtfully reprioritize, to gently shed the unnecessary weight of external approval, and to wholeheartedly embrace the simple, profound joy of simply being, of existing authentically in our own skin. It is not about turning our backs on the past, but about releasing the unnecessary burdens we have carried, allowing ourselves the precious space to truly live, to breathe, to savor the richness of each passing day. 2. The freedom of self-reliance. As we gracefully navigate the currents of time, as we continue to grow older and wiser, a profound and deeply liberating sense of freedom begins to gently emerge within us, a freedom that many of us may not have fully recognized or appreciated in the earlier, more outwardly focused chapters of our lives. Yet as the years accumulate, this inner strength becomes increasingly clear, an undeniable truth that resonates within the very core of our being. It is the invaluable freedom of self-reliance. Please understand, my dear friends, that this newfound self-reliance is not about abruptly cutting ourselves off from the warmth of human connection or consciously choosing to live in isolated solitude devoid of meaningful interaction. Rather, it is the profound and empowering recognition of the deep well of inner strength, accumulated wisdom, and unwavering resilience that resides often untapped within the very depths of our being. It is a quiet sense of empowerment, a steadfast inner knowing that we possess the inherent capacity to stand firmly on our own 2 feet, to not only survive, but to truly thrive without the constant need for external affirmation or the perpetual companionship of others to validate our existence. For a significant portion of our lives, particularly in our younger years, we often unconsciously rely on external sources to fuel our sense of worth and security. Whether it manifests as the validation we seek through friendships, the affirmation we crave in romantic relationships, or the elusive approval we chase from the broader tapestry of society, we often instinctively look outward searching for the reflections that confirm our value. But as the years gracefully unfold, as we inevitably face the diverse challenges and profound changes that come hand in hand with the natural process of aging, we begin to realize with a quiet sense of awe and newfound respect for ourselves that we have already weathered countless storms, endured periods of profound heartache, and celebrated significant victories, often without the constant presence of someone else to physically carry us through. These accumulated experiences, both the joys and the sorrows, have shaped us in profound and often unexpected ways, gently teaching us the invaluable lesson that in our truest essence, we are already enough complete within ourselves. We gradually come to understand that we no longer need to tirelessly search for external validation, because through the rich tapestry of our lived experiences, we have already found it, nurtured it, and allowed it to blossom within the quiet sanctuary of our own hearts. This newfound self-reliance, my dear friends, does not imply a rejection of connection, nor does it diminish the profound importance of meaningful relationships in our lives. On the contrary, it is deeply intertwined with a greater appreciation for the wealth of experiences, the cherished memories, and the invaluable lessons that we carry with us, etched into the very fabric of our being. We are in essence the sum total of everything we have lived, every hurdle we have overcome, every joy we have embraced, and this vast internal reservoir of wisdom, this quiet understanding of our own strength, gifts us with a profound and unshakable inner confidence. It is this very confidence that allows us to navigate the often turbulent waters of life with a greater sense of inner peace, knowing deep down that we are fully capable of facing whatever may come our way, without the constant need to lean on others for reassurance or unwavering comfort. If you are still with me on this journey, if these reflections resonate within your own heart, and you find these lessons useful, please take a moment to comment with the number 1 below, simply to let me know that you are still here, exploring these important truths alongside me. In our later years, the intricate complexities that can sometimes accompany the maintenance of numerous friendships can at times become emotionally burdensome. The potential for misunderstandings, the unspoken demands, the inevitable emotional weight of experiencing the loss of cherished loved ones. These experiences, while a natural part of life, can take a significant toll on our emotional well-being. Embracing the freedom of self-reliance means gently liberating ourselves from these unnecessary emotional burdens. It means having the wisdom and the courage to step back gracefully when certain relationships no longer truly serve us, allowing ourselves the precious space to prioritize our own well-being, our own inner peace, and having the quiet strength to say no when a particular obligation or expectation no longer aligns with our deeply held values and our authentic needs. Please understand, my dear friends, that this is not to say that we no longer value the profound beauty and importance of human connection or genuine companionship. Rather, it signifies a deeper understanding of the critical importance of choosing our emotional investments with greater care, with a more discerning heart. The liberating freedom of self-reliance gracefully opens up a vast and often unexplored space for profound self-discovery. With fewer external distractions, fewer obligatory social engagements, we are finally free to wholeheartedly focus on the things that truly ignite the spark of joy within our souls. Whether it is the quiet pleasure of rereading a beloved book, the serene experience of taking a long, contemplative walk in the embrace of nature, or simply savoring the tranquil beauty of our own cherished company, these precious moments of solitude are not experienced as lonely voids, but rather as vibrant celebrations of our own independence, our own inner strength, our own capacity to be fully present with ourselves, without the constant need for external stimulation or validation. In this reflective stage of life, we gradually come to a profound understanding that the most enduring and steadfast companionship we will ever have is the one we cultivate with ourselves. We have nurtured this unique and deeply personal relationship over the course of a lifetime, and now as the years mature, it flourishes into something truly rich and beautiful, a wellspring of profound peace, quiet contentment, and unshakable inner strength. Self-reliance. My dear friends, is not about rejecting the warmth and beauty of human connection. It is at its core about recognizing our inherent ability to not only survive, but to truly thrive on our own terms, guided by our own inner compass. It is the precious gift of understanding deep within our hearts that we are already whole, already complete, just as we are in this very moment, and that we do not need to depend on anyone else to complete us, to validate our existence, to define our worth. 3. Quality over quantity. As the years gracefully pass, as we accumulate the rich tapestry of life experiences, we come to a profound understanding of one of life's most liberating and enduring truths. It is not the sheer number of people who populate the periphery of our lives that truly matters, but rather the profound depth and genuine authenticity of the connections we choose to wholeheartedly cherish. The youthful pursuit of vast social circles, often filled with more superficial acquaintances than truly deep friendships, gradually loses its magnetic appeal. We come to realize with increasing clarity that what truly nourishes our souls, what truly sustains us through the inevitable storms of life, is the unwavering authenticity, the genuine heartfelt connections we share with those precious few individuals who truly understand us, deeply respect us, and unconditionally value us for who we are in our truest essence. It is at this pivotal point in our journey that the timeless wisdom of prioritizing quality over mere quantity becomes the guiding principle, the unwavering compass of our most cherished relationships, often a reflection of our evolving identity, an outward extension of our social standing, and a marker of the particular circles we consciously choose to be a part of. But as we mature, as we gather the wisdom of countless experiences, we come to a profound realization that true and lasting connection is not about the impressive tally of names in our address book. It is about the meaningful, often unspoken exchanges that happen in the quiet, unhurried moments, the shared laughter, the comforting silences. These are the moments that draw us closer to a deeper understanding of who we truly are, what truly resonates within our hearts, and who we aspire to become in the remaining chapters of our lives. The precious individuals who make us feel truly seen, genuinely heard, and unconditionally loved. These are the relationships that hold immeasurable value. These are the connections that truly matter. This natural and necessary shift towards prioritizing quality over quantity is a gentle evolution that accompanies the graceful process of aging. As we grow older, our precious energy, that vital force that fuels our engagement with the world, becomes a more carefully guarded resource. We begin to intuitively understand that it is simply not worth diluting this precious energy by spreading ourselves too thin across countless superficial relationships, acquaintances who offer little more than a fleeting smile or a perfunctory nod. We gradually release ourselves from the ingrained pressure to attend every social gathering, to meticulously keep up with individuals who do not truly nourish our souls or enrich our lives in a meaningful way. Instead, we consciously choose to focus our valuable time and precious energy on cultivating and nurturing the relationships that truly resonate with our deepest values, those that bring us genuine joy, a profound sense of inner peace, and an unwavering flow of unconditional love. Embracing the wisdom of quality over quantity also gracefully entails the often challenging, yet ultimately liberating act of letting go. Some friendships that once held a position of great importance in the intricate tapestry of our lives may, through the natural course of personal growth and evolving priorities, no longer serve us in the same profound way. Please understand, my dear friends, that this is not a sign of personal failure, nor is it necessarily a cause for deep sorrow or lingering regret. Rather, it is often a simple reflection of the beautiful and inevitable process of personal growth, the unfolding of our truest selves. Gently releasing relationships that no longer genuinely align with our core values or authentically meet our evolving needs creates valuable space both in our schedules and within our hearts for new reflections, deeper self-understanding, and the potential for more meaningful and nourishing connections to blossom in their own time. And within this newfound space, we often find the quiet room to cherish the fond memories of past friendships, the valuable lessons learned without the often unnecessary burden of feeling obligated to perpetually maintain them. Sometimes, my dear friends, the greatest and most unexpected joy comes from the profound discovery that fewer, more carefully chosen friendships can actually lead to a far richer, more fulfilling, and more meaningful experience of connection. By consciously focusing our time and precious energy on nurturing a smaller, more intimate circle of truly kindred spirits, we gift ourselves the invaluable opportunity to genuinely invest in the individuals who truly matter most to us. These are the rare and precious relationships where comfortable silences speak volumes, where shared moments, no matter how seemingly small, feel profoundly significant, and where love is not measured by the frequency of contact, but by the immeasurable depth of understanding and unwavering support. Choosing quality over mere quantity, my dear friends, is one of the most profound and liberating lessons that the graceful journey of old age gently bestows upon us. It is about recognizing with unshakable clarity that our time and our precious energy are finite and invaluable resources, and therefore consciously choosing to invest them in ways that bring us genuine fulfillment, lasting joy, and a profound sense of inner peace. Whether this manifests as nurturing the unbreakable bond with a lifelong friend, cherishing the unconditional love of a close family member, or even finding profound solace and deep connection in the simple, quiet pleasure of our own cherished solitude, the conscious pursuit of depth, authenticity, and genuine resonance becomes one of life's greatest and most enduring rewards. It serves as a gentle yet powerful reminder that in the final analysis, it is not the sheer number of people who surround us that truly defines the richness of our lives, but rather the immeasurable love, the unwavering respect, and the profound understanding that gracefully fill the precious relationships we hold most dear. 4. Cherishing solitude and reflection. In the serene and often underestimated embrace of old age, many individuals discover a profound and transformative truth, a truth that may have seemed elusive, perhaps even intimidating, in the more outwardly focused and bustling years of their lives. Solitude is not a barren wasteland to be feared or avoided, but rather a sacred and deeply personal sanctuary to be cherished and embraced. The quiet moments spent in peaceful solitude, far from evoking feelings of loneliness or despair, gradually transform into a comforting refuge, a tranquil space where one can gently reconnect with the deepest, most authentic parts of themselves, the quiet whispers of their own inner being. It is in this profound stillness, this gentle pause from the relentless demands of the external world, that you finally find the precious space to thoughtfully reflect on the remarkable journey you have already traversed through life. The exhilarating triumphs that filled your heart with boundless joy, the inevitable heartbreaks that may have left their lingering scars, and the invaluable lessons that have been painstakingly learned along the winding path. It is a sacred time to look back with a deep sense of gratitude for the experiences that have shaped you, with the accumulated wisdom that only time can bestow, to truly understand how every twist and turn, every unexpected detour has ultimately contributed to molding you into the unique and resilient individual you have gracefully become. Solitude viewed through this enlightened lens is not a stark sign of abandonment or social isolation. Rather, it is the precious and often overlooked gift of consciously returning to yourself after perhaps many years spent diligently fulfilling the expectations and often conflicting demands of others. It is a rare and invaluable opportunity to gently shed the heavy weight of societal pressures, those invisible expectations that once subtly dictated your choices, and to rediscover the pure and unadulterated essence of who you truly are, without the harsh judgment of external scrutiny, without the persistent need for constant external validation to affirm your worth. In these quiet and reflective hours, you gradually find the inner courage to gently forgive yourself for past mistakes, those inevitable missteps that are an inherent part of the human experience. You learn to wholeheartedly embrace the beautiful fullness of who you are, imperfections and all, and to cultivate a deep sense of inner peace with the myriad of choices you have made along the way, understanding that each decision, whether seemingly right or wrong in retrospect, has contributed to the rich tapestry of your unique life story. There is no longer the same relentless need for constant external noise, the incessant chatter of social obligations, or the persistent craving for outward approval. Instead, you discover the soothing balm of profound self-acceptance and the quiet strength that emanates from inner peace. Reflection, when consciously embraced within the tranquil sanctuary of solitude, becomes a powerful and transformative process of deep healing. It allows you to gently sift through the vast collection of memories that comprise your life, the joyous ones that filled your heart with warmth and light, and the painful ones that may have left lingering scars. With the gentle perspective that time provides, you begin to recognize the invaluable role that each of these experiences, both the pleasant and the challenging, has played in your personal growth and evolution. With the passage of time, you begin to see that the mistakes you may have made, the regrets you may have carried, and even the significant hardships you have endured were not merely insurmountable obstacles, but rather essential stepping stones that have ultimately helped you evolve into the wise and resilient individual you are today. It is often in these profound moments of quiet introspection that many older individuals find the long-sought closure they have been yearning for, the gentle resolution to questions that may have lingered in the recesses of their minds for decades. There is a profound and often unexpected clarity that emerges from this internal process, a dawning moment when you realize with unshakable conviction that your life has held deep and significant meaning, not necessarily in grand sweeping gestures that capture the attention of the world, but in the countless small everyday acts of quiet love, selfless sacrifice, and unwavering resilience that have woven the intricate fabric of your existence. Solitude surprisingly also becomes a fertile and nurturing ground for unexpected creativity and profound self-expression. As the often frenetic pace of the world around you gradually slows down as the persistent distractions of daily life gently fall away. Like autumn leaves, what remains is a rare and precious opportunity to finally explore those long-dormant passions and long-cherished interests that once seemed perpetually out of reach, relegated to the realm of someday. Perhaps you have always harbored a secret desire to learn to paint the vibrant colors of your inner world onto a blank canvas. Or perhaps there is a compelling story, quietly waiting to be written, yearning to be released from the confines of your mind onto the waiting page. In the peaceful absence of the constant hustle and bustle, you are finally gifted with the invaluable luxury of time to gently nurture these long-held desires, to reconnect with the activities that truly bring you a deep sense of joy and personal fulfillment. The simple act of creating, whether it manifests through artistic expression, the written word, the nurturing of a garden, or even the quiet contemplation of a complex idea, can fill your heart with a profound sense of purpose and deep satisfaction. It serves as a gentle yet powerful reminder that joy does not always need to originate from external sources. It can and often does arise from the rich and untapped wellspring within your own being. Moreover, the quiet embrace of solitude often nurtures a deeper and more profound spiritual connection for many older individuals. This reflective phase of life often offers a unique opportunity to cultivate a more intimate relationship with their faith, with the serene beauty of the natural world, or with the vast and awe-inspiring universe itself. It is a sacred time to seek solace and meaning in something greater than oneself, to connect with a divine presence, however one may define it, or to experience a profound sense of oneness that transcends the limitations of the physical world. These quiet moments of spiritual reflection often fill the heart with a deep and abiding sense of peace, gently grounding you in the comforting knowledge that you are an integral part of something eternal, something infinitely larger and more meaningful than the sum of your earthly days. Cherishing solitude, my dear friends, is ultimately an act of profound self-love. It is the ultimate expression of self-respect to acknowledge that being alone does not automatically equate to being lonely, that choosing to spend time in your own cherished company does not mean you are somehow abandoned or isolated from the world. It is a conscious decision to embrace the quiet stillness, to find profound beauty in the simple, unadorned aspects of life, and to recognize the incredible and often overlooked gift of simply being, of existing authentically in your own skin. In the tranquil sanctuary of solitude, you gradually discover that you are in your truest essence already enough, just as you are in this very moment. And this precious time, however quiet or seemingly solitary, is not a void to be filled, but a rare and sacred opportunity to gently reconnect with the most important person in your life, yourself. And in this quiet space, you often realize that the profound peace you have been diligently seeking is not something to be found in external validation or fleeting social engagements, but something that has always resided within you, patiently waiting to be discovered, to be embraced, and to be cherished. 5. The importance of family and community. As we gracefully journey through the later years of life, the often frenetic pace of casual friendships may gradually fade into the background, and the enduring bonds of family and the comforting embrace of a close-knit community rise to the forefront, offering an irreplaceable sense of deep connection that profoundly sustains the soul. Unlike friendships which can sometimes ebb and flow with the changing tides of time and circumstance, the fundamental ties of family and the unwavering support of a nurturing community tend to remain steadfast, providing a deep and abiding sense of security, belonging, and unconditional love. These vital relationships are not merely about companionship in the traditional sense. They are about the enduring legacy. We are a part of the comforting continuity of life's unfolding story and the shared love and rich history that collectively define us as unique individuals within the larger, intricate fabric of human existence. Family in its myriad forms often becomes the unshakable bedrock of emotional support in our later years. The seemingly simple everyday moments, watching a grandchild's face light up with unadulterated joy, gently reminiscing with your adult children about shared memories that span decades, or simply sitting in quiet, comfortable companionship with a lifelong partner, a silent understanding passing between you, often become profound sources of immense fulfillment and deep satisfaction. These precious moments carry a weight of unconditional love and unspoken understanding that few casual friendships can truly replicate. They serve as gentle yet powerful reminders of the life you have lovingly built, the enduring love you have diligently cultivated, and the core values you have thoughtfully passed down through the generations. In these cherished interactions, you can often feel the profound ripple effect of your life's work, witnessing your children blossom into parents themselves, observing the way your wisdom and life experiences gently flow into the next generation. It is a beautiful and humbling acknowledgement that your legacy is actively unfolding in real time, a living testament to the enduring power of familial love. Community, too, plays an indispensable and often underestimated role in enriching the tapestry of our later years. Whether it is the friendly neighbor who thoughtfully checks in with a kind word and a warm smile, the familiar and comforting faces at the local coffee shop where you share a morning ritual, or the genuine fellowship found within a church, a senior center, or shared hobby group, these connections offer a vital sense of inclusion that is deeply nourishing to the human spirit. They provide a comforting and non-intrusive framework of support, a gentle reminder that you are seen, you are valued, and you belong. There is a quiet yet profound joy in knowing that you are an integral part of something larger than yourself, a network of individuals who share a common space, perhaps common interests, and a basic sense of human connection. Community offers more than just physical presence. It provides invaluable emotional sustenance, helping you to feel genuinely seen, truly heard, and unconditionally valued for the unique individual you are. What makes these familial and community relationships so particularly significant in the later stages of life is their inherent authenticity. With family and close community members, there is often no need to maintain a facade, to put on a polite mask, to meet some external expectation, or adhere to fleeting social trends. They love you in your truest essence for who you truly are, imperfections, endearing quirks, and all. And in return, you offer them the precious gifts of your time, your genuine presence, and your unconditional love. This is a unique kind of love, a deeply rooted connection that doesn't demand anything in return. It simply exists, a comforting and unwavering presence in the ever-changing landscape of life. The profound importance of family and community in our later years is not about replacing the friendships that may have naturally evolved or faded over time. Rather, it is about consciously prioritizing those deeply resonant relationships that provide the most profound sense of belonging, unwavering support, and unconditional love. These enduring connections give our lives a deeper sense of meaning, gently remind us of our inherent purpose, and beautifully illustrate that while our outward social circles may naturally shrink with the passage of time, our innate capacity for deep love and meaningful connection remains absolutely boundless. Family and community become the very heart of a life well lived, providing not only invaluable companionship, but also a profound and comforting sense of belonging, a tangible link to the ongoing story of humanity. They offer us the quiet comfort of knowing that we are an integral part of a larger narrative, a rich tapestry lovingly woven together by the lives of those who came before us and those who will continue our story long after we are gone. 6. Letting go of social expectations. If you are still with me on this journey of exploration, if these reflections continue to resonate within your heart, and you find these lessons valuable, please take another moment to comment with the number 2 below, simply to let me know that you are still present, still contemplating these important aspects of life alongside me. One of the most profound and liberating gifts that the graceful process of aging gently bestows upon us is the precious freedom to finally release ourselves from the heavy and often self-imposed chains of societal expectations. In our youth and middle years, life can often feel like a relentless race, an unending pursuit of external markers of success, financial security, career advancement, and widespread social recognition. We are often subtly and sometimes not so subtly told that our inherent worth is somehow measured by the sheer number of friends we accumulate, the perceived status of our chosen career path, and the tangible material accomplishments we can proudly boast. These pervasive expectations create an often unconscious pressure to conform, to diligently fit into a predefined mold that society in its ever-shifting nature has seemingly crafted for us. But in the quieter, more reflective chapters of old age, there is a profound and gentle liberation, a quiet sense of freedom that gracefully emerges with the dawning realization that these often arbitrary rules no longer hold the same power, no longer exert the same subtle yet persistent pull on our thoughts and actions. Consciously letting go of the ingrained expectation to maintain an extensive and perpetually active social circle is in itself one of the most powerful and compassionate acts of self-care you can ever bestow upon yourself. It is a profound recognition that life is not a competitive contest, that you do not need to frantically gather a multitude of acquaintances or remain constantly breathlessly busy to feel truly fulfilled and deeply content. What truly matters, what ultimately nourishes the soul, is living authentically, aligning your daily choices with what genuinely resonates deep within your own heart, not with what the ever-changing whims of society deem important or valuable. By consciously releasing yourself from the often unspoken need to constantly meet external expectations, to perpetually seek the approval of others, you gracefully free up your most precious resources, your valuable time, your finite energy, and perhaps most importantly of all, your invaluable inner peace. This profound shift in perspective allows you to view life with a renewed sense of clarity, a fresh pair of eyes. The myriad social obligations that once felt absolutely necessary, even somehow fulfilling, may now, with the wisdom of years, begin to feel increasingly burdensome, even draining. And please understand, my dear friends, that this is perfectly okay, a natural and healthy reevaluation of priorities. Old age in its quiet wisdom is the precious time to be brutally honest with yourself about your genuine needs, your authentic desires. It is the opportune time to gently ask yourself the profound and deeply personal questions. What truly brings me genuine joy? What activities genuinely fill my heart with warmth and a sense of contentment? Perhaps it is the quiet satisfaction of tending to a beloved garden, the immersive pleasure of reading a captivating book by the gentle warmth of a crackling fire, or simply savoring a quiet cup of tea while peacefully watching the world gently unfold outside your window. There is absolutely no need to apologize for finding profound joy and simplicity in the quiet moments of reflection and self-connection. If these solitary moments bring you genuine peace and a sense of profound contentment, then these, my dear friends, are precisely the moments worth wholeheartedly pursuing. Letting go of societal expectations also gracefully entails accepting the profound and often liberating truth that your inherent worth, your intrinsic value as a human being, is never ever truly tied to the sheer size or perceived status of your social network. In earlier years, friendships were often consciously or unconsciously viewed as a symbol of social status, a reflection of one's perceived popularity or success. But in the insightful wisdom of old age, you come to a deeper understanding that your true value lies in the rich tapestry of your accumulated experiences, the profound depth of your hard-earned wisdom, and the unconditional love you so generously share with the precious few individuals who truly matter most to your heart. Gently shedding the often heavy weight of societal pressures allows you to step into this reflective chapter of life with a newfound sense of quiet confidence and profound self-acceptance. You are no longer beholden to the fleeting opinions or often superficial judgments of others. This newfound freedom is a profound release from the persistent need to constantly prove anything to anyone, to tirelessly seek external validation. It is the liberating freedom to consciously create a life that is as deeply meaningful as it is authentically your own, to wholeheartedly pursue the activities and connections that truly resonate with your soul, and to ultimately live life on your own terms, guided by your own inner compass. And that, my dear friends, perhaps is one of the most beautiful and often overlooked gifts of all. 7 practical considerations in old age. As we gracefully enter the later stages of life's remarkable journey, we are inevitably faced with the practical realities of aging. Those tangible shifts that gently reshape not only how we actively engage with the world around us, but also how we thoughtfully nurture the cherished relationships that have been such an integral and meaningful part of our life's unfolding narrative. The simple truth, my dear friends, is that our physical health, our mobility, and our overall energy levels naturally and gradually change over time. It is no profound secret that the youthful vigor we once effortlessly possessed may gently fade, making it increasingly challenging to keep pace with the often demanding social habits of our earlier years. However, please understand that these natural changes are not insurmountable burdens or restrictive limitations. Rather, they are often a gentle invitation, a subtle nudge to thoughtfully redefine what it truly means to connect with others, to build meaningful companionship, and to discover profound joy in the enduring relationships we hold most dear. There is something profoundly humbling, something deeply humanizing about the natural slowing down of the physical body. The boundless energy that once seemed to effortlessly flow into maintaining large circles of friends and numerous acquaintances now often feels better spent, more wisely invested in nurturing the deeper, more meaningful, and more authentically resonant relationships that truly nourish our souls. This gentle shift in focus is not about abruptly cutting ourselves off from the warmth of human connection or passively resigning ourselves to a state of lonely isolation. Rather, it is about gracefully adapting to a new, perhaps more contemplative rhythm of life, one that thoughtfully aligns with our current physical needs, our evolving energy capacities, and our deeply held emotional well-being. The seemingly small and often underestimated moments, like a heartfelt phone call with a cherished loved one, a brief but deeply intimate visit with a trusted neighbor, or even a thoughtful and personally crafted email exchange with an old and dear friend, can often carry far more weight, far more genuine significance than any large and bustling social gathering ever could. These quieter, more intimate moments provide a gentle yet powerful reminder that true connection is not always about the sheer quantity of interactions, but rather about the profound quality of the shared presence, the genuine exchange of heartfelt emotion, and the unspoken understanding that flows between kindred spirits. Another practical reality that we must gracefully face as we age is the often unavoidable emotional toll that the passage of time can inevitably take. With the accumulation of years, loss in its various forms inevitably enters the picture. The poignant loss of cherished friends, respected peers, and beloved family members who once shared significant portions of our life's journey. These inevitable losses can be profoundly heart-wrenching, and it is so incredibly important to allow ourselves the precious space to grieve fully, to authentically feel the sting of these deeply personal changes. While the outward physical circle of our social world may naturally shrink due to these losses, the depth of our appreciation for the enduring relationships that remain can often grow exponentially. There is a profound and often overlooked beauty in consciously learning to cherish those who are still present in our lives, and a quiet yet powerful peace to be found in learning to embrace our own company, in thoughtfully cultivating a meaningful and supportive relationship with ourselves, and learning to be our own comforting and reliable companion. Transportation and overall mobility are also significant practical concerns that affect many individuals as they gracefully grow older. The days of spontaneous road trips to far-flung destinations, the ease of long-distance travel, or the effortless ability to attend crowded and bustling events may gradually fade into cherished memories. The very thought of navigating a busy city or trekking across town for a social engagement may begin to feel increasingly overwhelming, perhaps even physically impossible for some. But even this practical challenge, my dear friends, can be thoughtfully reframed as a unique opportunity. It can gently lead to a deeper and more meaningful connection with the immediate people and the familiar places that surround us in our daily lives. There is an understated yet profound beauty in consciously connecting with the kind neighbors who live next door, actively participating in a small and local community group that shares your interests, or simply choosing to spend more quality time with beloved family members who live nearby. These closer, more accessible connections often don't require extensive travel or significant physical exertion, and they can offer a much-needed sense of genuine belonging, unwavering support, and authentic human connection. What is absolutely vital to remember, however, is that thoughtfully embracing these practical considerations of aging does not in any way mean giving up on the profound human need for connection. Quite the opposite is often true. It means gracefully adapting to the natural flow of life's later chapters and creatively finding new and often equally fulfilling ways to stay meaningfully engaged with the world and the people around us. Technology, for example, can serve as an invaluable bridge, gracefully connecting the limitations of physical mobility with the enduring human desire for connection. I personally find immense comfort in the simple idea that a heartfelt video call with a distant grandchild or a supportive group chat with beloved family members can bring immense light and genuine joy into our lives without the need for extensive and often tiring long-distance travel. It is a powerful testament to the enduring truth that genuine connection is not ultimately bound by physical space. It often transcends it through the thoughtful use of available resources. Ultimately, these practical considerations gently remind us that old age is not a barrier to a rich and fulfilling life. Rather, it is a natural and inevitable transition, a new season with its own unique set of opportunities and perspectives. By thoughtfully adapting with grace and a spirit of acceptance, we can continue to experience meaningful and deeply satisfying relationships while simultaneously prioritizing our physical health, our inner peace, and our overall well-being. Practicality in this context is not a limiting factor. It is a valuable tool that helps us to thoughtfully simplify our lives, enabling us to consciously focus on what truly matters most. The unconditional love we share, the profound peace we cultivate within ourselves, and the quiet fulfillment we discover in this beautiful, complex, and undeniably precious stage of life. 8. A legacy of wisdom. With the graceful passage of years comes one of the most beautiful and invaluable gifts that life has to offer: wisdom. This is not the kind of knowledge that can be easily bought, traded, or quickly earned through academic pursuits. Instead, it is a profound and deeply personal understanding, born from the rich and intricate tapestry of experiences we accumulate throughout our unique lifetimes. It is a precious legacy, an irreplaceable treasure that holds far more enduring value than any fleeting material possession. And what makes this gift even more profoundly meaningful is the dawning realization that in this reflective phase of life, your greatest and most lasting contributions are no longer primarily measured by the sheer number of people you know or the impressive list of achievements you have amassed. Instead, they are often found in the invaluable lessons you thoughtfully impart, the cherished stories you generously share, and the unconditional love you freely pass on to others. A legacy of wisdom is not something we consciously set out to meticulously create. Rather, it is the natural and beautiful result of a life lived with intention, with both open hearts and open minds. It gently emerges from the countless moments of bravely overcoming adversity, joyfully celebrating triumphs, and thoughtfully navigating the often complex and sometimes turbulent waters of human relationships. These accumulated lessons, both big and small, gradually become a radiant beacon of light for others, providing invaluable insight into what truly holds enduring value in life. The intangible treasures, like unwavering kindness, unwavering integrity, and the unbreakable importance of genuine family connections. When we generously share this hard-earned wisdom with others, we are not simply offering a fleeting gift. We are actively solidifying our own deep sense of purpose and profound meaning in the world. To me, there is something deeply moving and profoundly satisfying in knowing that the often challenging lessons we have personally learned sometimes through significant hardship, can serve as a guiding light for others, gently illuminating their path towards living more fulfilling and meaningful lives. In old age, this precious legacy of wisdom often finds its most profound and heartfelt expression through the enduring bonds of family. Whether you are offering gentle guidance to your adult children as they navigate their own life, challenges thoughtfully passing down cherished values and family traditions to your grandchildren, or simply providing a safe and unconditionally loving space of comfort and valuable perspective, your role as a respected source of wisdom becomes truly invaluable. These seemingly small, everyday moments of shared experience and heartfelt advice hold the remarkable potential to positively influence the course of another person's life, creating lasting memories that can ripple through generations, profoundly impacting not only the lives of those you directly love, but also subtly shaping the future in ways you may never fully comprehend. However, what is equally powerful and often overlooked is the profound understanding that wisdom does not necessarily require a large audience to be significant or to hold deep value. Even in the quiet moments of cherished solitude, the thoughtful reflection on a life well lived can bring an immeasurable sense of inner peace and deep satisfaction. I personally find that the simple act of journaling my thoughts and reflections, thoughtfully preserving cherished memories through photographs and stories, or even creating a personal memoir, can serve as a beautiful and enduring testament to a life richly filled with invaluable lessons learned and unconditional love generously shared. It is a meaningful way to ensure that your unique insights and hard-earned wisdom continue to endure even when you are no longer able to share them in spoken words. Your accumulated wisdom in these tangible forms becomes a part of the world's collective memory, a quiet yet powerful proof that every life, no matter how seemingly ordinary, is filled with profound lessons worth sharing and remembering. This enduring legacy of wisdom is not about the sheer number of people in your social circle or the fleeting accolades you may have received. Rather, it is deeply rooted in the profound depth of the positive impact you have made on the lives you have touched, the genuine kindness you have shown to others, and the invaluable wisdom you have so generously shared along your journey. Old age, far from being a time of passive slowing down or quiet resignation, is often a unique opportunity to actively celebrate the rich tapestry of what you have already lovingly given to the world, and to humbly acknowledge the lasting light that continues to illuminate the path for others long after you are gone. 9. Redefining connection. As the years gracefully pass, it becomes almost inevitable that we find ourselves thoughtfully rethinking our relationships and what it truly means to deeply connect with others in a meaningful way. The outward intensity and the sheer frequency of our social interactions often naturally shift. But within this gentle evolution, something truly beautiful and profoundly insightful often unfolds. Connection itself begins to evolve to take on a deeper and more authentic form. What once may have seemed like an inherent need for constant socializing, bustling gatherings, and diligently maintaining a vast network of friends gradually transforms into a more nuanced, more meaningful, and more authentically fulfilling understanding of genuine connection. And this, in my personal opinion, is one of the most liberating and often overlooked aspects of gracefully growing older. If you are still with me on this journey of reflection, if these insights continue to resonate with your own experiences, and you find these lessons valuable, please take yet another moment to comment with the number 3 below, simply to let me know that you are still present, still exploring these important aspects of life alongside me. Connection in this reflective stage of life often feels more fluid, more spontaneous, and perhaps more deeply appreciated for its inherent simplicity. It is no longer primarily about diligently keeping up with the often hectic pace of the external world, but rather about consciously savoring the small, genuine moments of human interaction, a kind and heartfelt smile shared with a passing stranger, a brief but meaningful conversation with a familiar neighbor that stretches for just a few unhurried minutes, or even a quiet nod of acknowledgement exchanged with someone in passing. These seemingly fleeting interactions often hold a depth and significance that I, in my younger, more outwardly focused years, never truly appreciated. They serve as gentle yet powerful reminders that true connection is not solely about the length of time we have known someone or the formality of the relationship, but rather about how fully present we are in each individual moment of shared human experience. For many elderly individuals, the serene embrace of nature often becomes a profound and deeply nurturing source of connection. There is a quiet and often breathtaking beauty in simply watching the sunrise paint the sky with vibrant hues, or peacefully listening to the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind. These seemingly simple moments create a profound sense of unity and interconnectedness with the vast and awe-inspiring world around us. They serve as gentle reminders that connection does not always have to be limited to complex human relationships. Sometimes it is about the profound peace and quiet understanding we find within the natural world. It is often in these tranquil moments that I personally feel a deep, almost spiritual connection to the intricate tapestry of life, a connection that often transcends the need for direct human interaction. For many, connection in old age also often takes on a more profound spiritual dimension. Whether it manifests through a deepening of faith, the practice of quiet meditation, or simply through personal reflection on the larger questions of existence, there is often a growing sense of belonging to something far greater than ourselves, a comforting awareness of being part of an intricate and interconnected universe. This deeply personal sense of spiritual connection can be incredibly comforting and empowering, providing a resilient wellspring of inner strength and profound peace that sustains us through the inevitable challenges and transitions of life. Redefining connection. My dear friends, does not mean consciously closing yourself off from the warmth and beauty of human interaction. Rather, it signifies a thoughtful and often liberating expansion of your own understanding of what it truly means to feel genuinely connected to the world and the people around you. It is about deeply realizing that your inherent worth and your intrinsic value are never defined by the sheer number of people who surround you, but rather by the profound depth and genuine authenticity with which you consciously engage with the precious life you have been given. Whether through the enduring bonds of family, the fleeting yet meaningful encounters with strangers, or the quiet and constant presence of the natural world, these diverse moments gently remind us that we are never truly alone. We are all integral parts of a vast and beautiful tapestry of existence, lovingly woven together by the shared threads of human experience. Unconditional love, genuine kindness, and our inherent capacity for profound empathy. 10. Embracing the gift of your own company. Growing older in its own unique and often underestimated way is a profound and precious gift, one that thoughtfully offers us the invaluable opportunity to gently rediscover who we truly are at our core, often unencumbered by the persistent pressures of societal expectations or the sometimes draining need to maintain superficial and ultimately unfulfilling relationships. Old age gracefully invites you to wholeheartedly embrace your most authentic self, the truest version of you that has been patiently waiting beneath the layers of external demands. Please understand, my dear friends, that this is not about abruptly rejecting the warmth and beauty of human connection or consciously isolating oneself from the vibrant tapestry of the world. Rather, it is about thoughtfully finding a deep and abiding sense of inner peace and profound fulfillment in your own cherished company. It is about recognizing and deeply appreciating the quiet joy that naturally arises from spending meaningful time with yourself in your own way, and gently rediscovering the rich and often untapped wellspring of inner resources that resides within. Old age viewed through this enlightened lens is not a time of inevitable loss or quiet resignation. It is, in fact, often a time of profound liberation. It is a unique and precious chance to thoughtfully redefine what truly brings you genuine joy, what truly nourishes your soul, and to ultimately live the remaining chapters of your life on your own terms, guided by your own inner wisdom and authentic desires. I truly believe with all my heart that in this reflective stage of life, the true quality of your existence is not measured by the sheer number of friends you have or the constant flurry of social engagements you maintain, but rather by the profound depth and richness of your inner world and the genuine authenticity of the meaningful relationships you consciously choose to thoughtfully nurture. Whether it is the quiet and comforting companionship of your own cherished solitude, the unbreakable bonds of unconditional love shared with family, or the fleeting yet deeply meaningful kindness of a passing stranger, every connection, no matter how seemingly small or insignificant, holds profound meaning when viewed through the clear and insightful lens of accumulated wisdom and heartfelt gratitude. Gently letting go of the persistent need to constantly prove yourself to others, to tirelessly seek external approval, or to diligently meet the ever-shifting demands of societal expectations can be an incredibly freeing and empowering experience. It gracefully allows you to wholeheartedly focus your precious time and valuable energy on what truly matters most, to your inner peace, your profound sense of fulfillment, and your enduring joy. Whether it manifests as spending quality time with your most cherished loved ones, wholeheartedly engaging in hobbies and activities that bring you genuine happiness, or simply savoring the quiet and often overlooked beauty of a life well lived, the precious opportunity to finally live authentically in alignment with your truest self is one of the most profound and often underestimated gifts that old age so generously offers. In thoughtfully embracing the often underestimated gift of your own cherished company, you gradually discover that you are never truly alone. You are in your truest essence already whole and complete, just as you are in this very moment. And in that profound inner peace, you often discover a deeper and more meaningful connection to yourself, to the intricate beauty of the world around you, and to the remarkable journey of the life you have already lived. A life that is rich, full, and undeniably beautiful in its own unique and irreplaceable way. As we gently draw the threads of today's insightful discussion to a close, reflecting on the many diverse aspects of aging, from the practical considerations that gently reshape our daily lives to the incredible and enduring legacy of wisdom we have the unique opportunity to thoughtfully leave behind. I sincerely hope that you have gained some valuable insights and perhaps a new perspective on this natural and inevitable stage of life. Aging, my dear friends, is not something to be feared or stubbornly resisted. Rather, it is an inherent and beautiful part of the human experience, one that thoughtfully offers us a unique and precious opportunity to consciously redefine what truly holds meaning and brings lasting joy to our lives. Whether it is the way we consciously choose to connect with others, the profound peace we discover in embracing solitude, or the invaluable wisdom we generously pass on to future generations, every distinct stage of life gracefully brings its own unique set of invaluable gifts and perspectives. Now, my dear friends, I would genuinely love to hear from you. What is one key insight, one particular thought or feeling that has resonated most deeply with you during our time together today? And how might you thoughtfully bring this newfound awareness, this gentle shift in perspective, into practical application in your own life, starting perhaps even today? Please feel free to share your reflections, your personal experiences, and your valuable thoughts with our growing community in the comments section below. I am genuinely excited and deeply interested to hear what you are reflecting on and how these ideas might be taking root in your own heart and mind. If you found the insights shared in this video to be thought-provoking, perhaps even inspiring or comforting, please take a moment to leave a comment below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with you. Your positive feedback truly encourages me and helps others discover these valuable perspectives. And if you haven't already joined our community, I warmly invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content designed to illuminate your path and enrich your understanding of life's beautiful journey. Valuable lesson for the audience. The most profound and enduring happiness in our later years often blossoms not from the quantity of our social connections, but from the quality of our inner peace, the authenticity of our chosen relationships, and the gentle wisdom we cultivate within ourselves. Embrace solitude not as loneliness, but as an opportunity for profound self-discovery and reflection. Prioritize genuine connections over superficial ones, and understand that your inherent worth is never measured by the size of your social circle. The true treasures of, finally, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how would you rate this video in terms of its helpfulness and overall impact? Your honest feedback is invaluable as I continue to strive to create content that truly serves and resonates with you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for investing your precious time and open hearts in exploring these important reflections with me today. Please remember, my dear friends, that every step of this remarkable journey of life, in all its diverse stages and unique experiences, is inherently worthwhile and deserves to be embraced with grace, wisdom, and a deep sense of self-compassion. Aging lie in self-acceptance, the love of family and community, and the quiet joy of simply being.